Right, Colin. So excellent work in the last couple of weeks. Really, really come on big time, and keep at it, and that'll continue. You'll be flying. So a few things to go through. So first there was the when the sun comes down riff, or when the sun goes down riff. So not much to say on that because you're pretty much you're up to speed now, playing along with it. So keep doing that, play along with it, and as well as that, the bit after the riff where he starts singing, the bass is still doing that riff, so you can still play along with that. It's not the guitar, but it's still the same melody being played on that. So and remember, if you're coming up here with your third finger, middle finger needs to go back down to get back in there. And but if you're coming up here with your little finger, then it can be your third or your middle because they're both free now. So that's the only thing I'd say about that. So then there was "Come as You Are." So we kind of got to the point where going down, 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 down with the pleck just wasn't cutting it because there just wasn't time to get the pleck around to the top position to go back down around again. So I'll just get a bit of see if we can get a bit of a close up here. So you don't need to see the left hand; you already know that. So get a bit more light here. Bear with me. Okay, so that's a little bit better. So we're going so down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So always try and pick the string from wherever you are. It's very important when you want to get it faster. So this is just one thing to something to follow. Okay, so we're going down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. See that? So really just kind of slow it right down and kind of analyze it note by note down. So just it's all about just picking the string from wherever the pleck is. Get that out of me eyes there. Okay. So and it won't take you long. It doesn't feel the most natural thing in the world to be kind of that down up picking because just that down motion feels so natural that you'll go to it a lot. But it as you saw today, it does get to the point where it just doesn't work anymore, and you need to be going up as well. So just kind of rethink it. Everything on the left hand that can stay exactly the same. That's fine. And but yeah, economy picking is what that's called because you're economizing your movement and your energy ultimately. Okay, so then one more thing was the power chords. Okay, so these will take a while to get used to because it's a different kind of chord. So you've got a bass note on either this string or this string, and then from there you're going up on the next two strings up 2 frets. So there's one, and you want to avoid picking any strings that aren't part of the chord, right? So you don't want this. Now sometimes that might sound nice, but if you're talking just pure power chords, you just want just that. So same here. When your bass string is on the A string, then or when your bass string is the A string, you're coming from here. Now, first of all, make sure your thumb is kind of backed away just so you can reach up. Kind of your thumb being backed away kind of opens up your hand a bit more to get more reach. So you've got these ones here on the E string. You can either do it this way with 2 fingers up here, or if you want, most people find this a bit harder, but try it anyway. It's purely just a matter of preference. They're both, there's no wrong answer here. So you can just kind of lie and see the way I'm bending that finger in the way. I'm always saying not to do that, but for this is an exception. So kind of bend it in the way like that. And you don't want. Now, as for getting rid of the other strings, as for muting them out, let's say we're on a C one here, right? So, or yeah, let's just to illustrate it, we'll go up here with it. So you want this. There's a D sharp power chord, okay? You don't want this, right? You don't want all that clutter in there as well. So here's how I block out all that, right? So I hold the string. First of all, you can take care of this string with your middle finger. Just put the middle finger on it. You're not putting any pressure down, just there. So that's that string out of the equation. Now for these other two, if you lie your first finger down on them, okay, see it? So instead of having it up like that, just line them down. Okay? So that's taken care of with my middle finger, and these ones here by the bottom part of my first finger. Okay? So now I can just strum it freely and not have to worry about any of those other strings. But if that's too much hassle to kind of take in all those considerations, just let your right hand take care of it. You know, kind of have a steady, you know, anchor your arm and just use your wrist. So now all these are exposed, but I'll just use kind of specific strumming just to avoid them, right? But it's better really to block them out. That way you can just strum however you like. So the two examples we gave were the chords for the riff in When the Sun Goes Down. So that's 3rd fret, E string, which means these other two are going to be on the next two strings down on the 5th fret. Shift it down. Then we're going 3rd fret, 2nd fret on the E string, then down the string on the same fret, and then up to the 5th fret. So you've got and then the other one was Blitzkrieg Bop. So that's starting up here, 5th fret. So you down a string, up 2 frets. So. Okay, so they take a little while to get used to. Now, the only exception to that is when your bass string is an open E or an open A. But the same principle applies. So open E, next 2 strings down, 2 frets up. Okay, so there's your open E power chord, and same here. Open A note, next 2 strings down, up 2 frets. Okay. All right, see how you get on with those. Talk to you next week. Well done.